you feel? Can you move? Slowly now. You've been through an ordeal. Take a few moments to collect yourself. Like you, I am a prisoner in this place, yet so much more. I am the past and the future, both. I am despair and hope. The tapestry we weave is a complex one. You cannot hope to see its pattern in its entirety. Not yet. You must rescue me, and I, in turn, must rescue you. You must escape from this cell, take up arms, and protect yourself. Then find Lyris Titanborn.
Whoa there! Are you all right? The name's Lyris. I hope you've still got some fight left in you. You're going to need it. Dead. Must have been the runt of the litter. Keep your weapon ready and stay sharp. This place is full of surprises. Keep moving. There are more Daedra on the way. Let's keep moving.
Don't stop now. Keep moving. More guards are on the way.
Hold a moment. Come here. We need to talk. This place is an abomination. You can almost feel the hatred emanating from every rock. A fellow prisoner. The name's Lyris. What? Who told you to find me? The Prophet. He spoke to you? What did he say? Ha! That sounds like the Prophet, all right. He's a prisoner here too. It was very dangerous for him to speak to you even for a moment. You must think you can help me. Break him out, of course. Believe me, I can use all the help I can get. That blind old man is the only person alive who can help us get back home. Tamriel's a long way from here. These tunnels will eventually take us to the Towers of Eyes. That's where we'll find the Sentinels. I'm sure you do, and I'll answer them as best I can. He's a strange one, no doubt about it. but he's the wisest man I've ever met. He sees things, the past, the future. You're obviously not in Tamriel anymore. Think of the most miserable, depressing place you've ever been in your life. That's paradise compared to Cold Harbor. And to top it off, well, there's no easy way to say it. You're dead. I don't know. Once we rescue the Prophet, he can tell you about the gods and the ways of Oblivion. I don't understand any of it myself. A man named Manamarco. His worm cult is doing some kind of ritual back in Tamriel. They sacrificed you and everyone in this prison to the Daedric Prince Molag Bal. After you died, whatever was left showed up here. They call you the Soul Shriven. It means you're a slave and you'll spend the rest of eternity here in Cold Harbor, working under the lash of the Daedra. Unless, of course, you come with me. No, I wasn't sacrificed. The Prophet and I were brought here conventionally, if that makes any sense. But we're prisoners here, same as you. It won't be easy. The place is watched by magical constructs called Sentinels. We won't stand a chance unless we can blind them. I'll tell you more when we get there. And we'll never get there if we don't get moving. We should keep moving. Well played, friend. Arcae's beard, you are good in a fight.
The god of brutality knows of your escape. Hurry!
The god of schemes can see every part of Cold Harbor. We need to distract him. What was your name again? Target practice? conspicuous. Just got free of this place. The last thing we need is to get recaptured. Quickly! While he's blinded, we must get to the Prophet's cell.
Fool! You will never escape my realm.
Hermamora's wagging tongue. The door's warded. We'll never get in this way. Damn it! Destroying the Sentinel must have triggered these wards. We'll need to find another way in. Maybe Cadwell can help us. Cadwell is the oldest of the Soul Shriven. After years of torment, Soul Shriven usually go insane and turn feral. But not Cadwell. He was already insane before he left Tamriel. Mad as a box of frogs, but completely harmless. You'll see. Cadwell sees things as he wishes them to be. To him, Cold Harbor is a wondrous place. It's his home. And he knows it like the back of his hand. He's usually down by the river. Let's go find him.
One fine day in the middle of the night, two dead kings got up to fight. Back to back they faced each other, drew their bows, and stabbed themselves.
Cadwell's a legend among the Soul Shriven. In Tamriel, he was mocked and dismissed. Here, he's respected. He's an odd duck, no question. But he knows all the secret paths of Cold Harbor.
Hello, what's this? Out for a stroll then? Lovely day for it. Sir Cadwell, yes, indeed, a pleasure. And fair Lyris, good to see you, my dear. How are you then? Oh dear, well that is inconvenient, isn't it? Tell you what, I happen to know another way in. Much more of a scenic route. Rather a fun little jaunt, actually, full of traps and corpses and nasty beasties filling up the bits in between. Rather cautiously, I expect. Watch your step, hold your nose, and do mind the traps. There'll like as not be a fair dose of running and skull-bashing as well. Hello, what's this? Sir Cadwell. Oh dear, well that is rather cautiously, I expect. Watch your step, hold your nose, and do mind the traps. There'll like as not be a fair dose of running and skull-bashing as well. Follow the river. You'll find the door to the Undercroft at the water's end. Once you're inside, stick to the light, and you'll find a ladder that will take you right up to the Prophet straight away. Do give him my best. Hello, what's this? Follow the river. You'll find the door to the undercroft at the water's end. Once you're inside, stick to the light, and you'll find a ladder that will take you right up to the Prophet straight away. Do give him my best. Best of luck. Do check in now and again, won't you? Well, there's not much to tell, is there? It's the same old pish-tosh, gallant knight, epic quests, rescued maidens. I came to this land when my head was quite unceremoniously separated from my body. Bad luck, that, but you make the best of things. Oh, quite a long time. In fact, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if I was the oldest of the soul-shriven. Of those who didn't go feral, that is. I know every tunnel and path, every nook and cranny. The others look up to me, I suppose. Ah, Lyris. Girl's as mad as sheer Gorus jammies. Heart's in the right place, I suppose. Says she's got to rescue the Prophet to save us all from eternal torment. How an old blind man could do that is quite beyond me. An Imperial gentleman. Apparently he was once a powerful mage, but the years haven't been kind. Lyris says he knows of a path back to Tamriel. I rather think that if one existed, I'd have found it by now. I hadn't actually given it much thought. Anything's possible, I suppose. Truth is, I've been here so long, this place feels like home. But a good uprising now and again is a pleasant diversion, so where's the harm, eh?
Cadwell seems to think this undercroft is a delightful place. Probably means it's a death trap. Better be careful. The sooner you get that door open, the sooner we can get out of here. What was your name again? Target practice? This place stinks. Come get some more, you skeeving hawkers! The Prophet's cage should be just ahead. Quickly now, we haven't much time. Alright. Good news is we made it here in one piece, and the Prophet looks unharmed. Now the bad news. It's going to be up to you to keep him safe and get him back to Tamriel. I'm not going with you. There's a trick to opening the cell. The only way for a prisoner to leave is for another living soul to take their place. I need to swap places with the Prophet. Believe me, I wish there was, but I don't see anyone else here with a beating heart, do you? If Molag Bal isn't stopped, he'll destroy everyone and everything we've ever loved. Once it's done, get moving. The Prophet will know where to go, but he'll need your eyes and your protection.
I remember this feeling. It will be fleeting, though, if Molag Bal has his way. Thank the Divines you are safe. There is that, at least. Lyra sacrificed everything that we might go free. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. I wish that were possible, but I promise you, once we escape Cold Harbor, we will find a way to rescue her together, Vestige. That is the name I have given you. You are but a trace of your former self, a soulless one, an empty vessel that longs to be filled. It is as the scrolls foretold, but not exactly as I imagined. That is what I've come to be called. My true name is lost even to me. Years of torment have taken their toll. Quickly now, we must make haste to the anchor. The anchors are Daedric machines of the darkest magic. Their chains bind our world and pull it towards Cold Harbor. I can use one of these anchors to return us to Tamriel, but you must lead me to it. Up the stairs, quickly! We must get to the anchor mooring! Quickly now. Quickly now. Ah! Quickly now. There it is! The dark anchor mooring.
The mortal thinks it can defy me. Futile. Soon your world will be in my chains.
Come! I will protect you! The Dark Anchor's portal is high above us. I will prepare a spell to lift us to it. But first, you must reattune yourself to Nirn in order to regain your physical form. To do this, you will need a Sky Shard. A shard of ethereal magicka that carries the essence of Nern. Some link them to Lorcan, the missing god of creation. If you collect and absorb its power, it should restore your corporeal form. I will summon one of these shards for you to absorb. Shard of Aetherius, fall upon us now and anoint us with your blessing. There, quickly! Collect the Sky Shard. Great Akatosh, dragon god of time, I require your strength. Let the way be opened. Let these wandering souls return home. Let the will of Moloch Baal be denied. Hurry! We must go now! The vestige awakens once again. Come here, we must speak. As I feared, we arrived in different locations. I am in a city of industry where men speak of intrigues and plots beneath layers of innuendo and pleasantry. It matters not. You have awakened once again, and we must set you on your path. Days, weeks, I cannot tell. The voids between worlds disrupted all sense of time and space. I know only that you were deposited into the sea, and some charitable soul fished you out and brought you to dry land. I'm afraid you will have to decide that for yourself. I must focus on searching for a way to repay Lyris's bold sacrifice. I cannot simply abandon her to the wrath of Moloch Baal. I cannot foresee that, not yet. But we will meet again. There is still much we need to accomplish. Be wary, Vestige. Our very plane of existence is in peril. The threat of Moloch Baal looms across all Tamriel, and chaos spreads in its shadow. Danger roams the land and will assume many forms. Do not let it catch you off guard. You must find your own path, but perhaps there is a reason for the place in which you find yourself. Explore, search for a cause to lend your hand. Join with others. You might even seek out those who rescued you from the sea. The choice is yours. Indeed, I sense that even now, there are good people near you who face grave danger. They need your assistance, should you be willing to give it. To thwart the will of Moloch Baal, we must skirmish with evil wherever it rears its head. We do not face these troubled times alone. Many shall rise up to fight this tide of darkness. Wherever you go, you will encounter others who share your courage and valor. Help them if you can, and enlist their aid if you have need of it.
Hungry?
The withered stalk flowers again. It is good to see you, alive and well. We found you floating in the water. I'd seen corpses with more life in them, but Captain Colleen dove in and fished you out anyway. The captain of this vessel. She's currently ashore, recruiting for our latest contract. You might want to pay your respects, seeing as she saved your life. The withered stalk flowers again. It is good to see. You're on the Spearhead, Captain Colleen's ship. I am one of Captain Colleen's few remaining loyal crew members. The rest, well, the less said of those bloody-minded mutineers, the better.
You, your fate walks these halls. Come here.
Fate needs you, Proxy.
another one. Confounded thing. You have an intelligent look about you. A moment of your time? Greetings! You have a sharp look to you, traveler. My name is Azander. I'm an arcanist, and I'm hoping we can help each other out. I've decades of esoteric knowledge, a bit of coin, and a convivial attitude. What do you say? I'd like your help tracking down a former associate of mine. I was attempting to create a relic of great power, and now find my fate frayed, for lack of a better term. I call this relic the Fate Weaver Key. Martina was a brilliant collaborator, and may be able to identify where I went wrong. To find her, we'll need to find a tome, summon a Daedra, and brave the terrors of Apocrypha. What do you say? Join me in an exploration into the unknown? I'm looking forward to our collaboration. As I said, we'll need a book on Daedra summoning to get us on the right track. Let's convene in the center of Cypher's Midden. Is there anything I can clarify for you before we begin? That mystic phenomenon I was struggling with, I'm calling them frayed fates. They're echoes from a choice I once made. My work to create the Fate Weaver Key has snarled them up. So untidy. If I'm ever to perfect the key, I'll need to unfray my fate. A good question. I need to reset. Return to the roots of my research to unravel this issue. That's why I'm hoping to find my old colleague. Their name was Martina Abor, a talented researcher, though we've since parted ways. My hope is that a Daedric consultant, a watcher named Tim, will know where they are. The book will lead us to Tim, you see. Thankfully, the Ciphers of the Eye have given me access to their stacks. Ha! An excellent question. I'm a scholar of esoterica, eldritch secrets, and things mortals were not meant to know. I'm an arcanist of the highest order, proud to say, wresting the power of Apocrypha into my quill-gnarled hands, as you do. Ah, a fellow seeker of knowledge. Do you hold more to the tentacular school of thought, or are you more of a rune carver? You're not one of those tiresome paddlers in the fathomless seas, are you? Apologies. We can compare notes later. It's not my fault. I mean, I was attempting to peer beyond the veil of reality, much as Hermaeus Mora does, to gaze upon other fate lines. It would have been brilliant. I should have spent more time developing my infralux notation. Just think, what could you learn by looking beyond your own life, at the paths unwalked? What kernels of truth could you hold with such a tool? I hope to gain knowledge about myself, about the universe, why, about the very nature of mortality. A simplistic example. Not all choices are equal. But if the choice to have oatmeal instead of eggs changed the course of your life, think of them like divergence points, and everything you could learn seeing the might-have-beens play out. The stacks aren't far at all. I'll see you there. search for knowledge begins! Ha! I have no idea where in Orbis to look for my old colleague Martina. But I know she was working with a Daedric consultant, a creature named Tim. If we can summon Tim, we can find Martina. Indubitably, I knew I was right about you. Now, an esteemed elder within the ciphers once summoned forth this Daedra. If we can find the notes from this elder, you and I can summon Tim and engage in parley. Well, you've never been to the Library of Dusk, I take it, or the forbidden section of Gwillem University. Dedicated scholars must develop their own search magics. I'll begin the incantation. Just be ready for anything. Apocrypha is full of surprises. Incantus eruditum, abyssal sea, hear my call. Find the secrets beneath this scroll. The rune form is complete. Follow where it leads. Aha! The book we need is in that pile. There. A tome show has the text. Get after it. The chase is on. Ha! Excellent work. Ha! That was bracing. Pity the tome will smell like transliminal parasite now. Let's see what it says. Here's the ritual to summon Tim. Easy enough, just a question of the appropriate summoning materials. We'll need expunged tome dust, the talon of a seeker, and black ichor from the spoomy pools of Apocrypha. Let me mark your map. Seekers tend the flora of the region. Their talons often break off in the resin. And there should be plenty of tome dust scraped from parchment in the cipher's midden expungatory. Try to get some from a Daedric incantation. I'll procure that, worry not. Don't want you to think I'm taking advantage of your assistance. Once you have the dust and talon, we'll meet back up at the ritual site I've marked on your map. What do you say? The tome dust should be found in the cipher's midden expungatory, while seekers tend to congregate around those resin plants to the southwest. Easy enough, and soon we'll be talking to Tim. Well, I should hope so. I've been coming here for years. Fascinating place. You can learn the ways of the Arcanist back home, of course, but to truly understand the forces of fate, tides and the abyssal sea, there's nowhere else like it. Oh, here and there, you know. You've seen one post-feudal city-state, you've seen them all, am I right? My family hails from Hammerfell, born and raised in tall Papa's shadow. I'm no youngster, obviously. My parents now dwell within Aetherius, and the rest of the family politely pretends I don't exist. Best for all involved. Now then, we have a Daedra to summon, knowledge to gain.
Do be careful. Don't rush about and scatter the nest.
Beyond sweet oblivion is snared within the roots of my dark love.
Ugh, such drivel some of these old spells.
Begone! My fate line is my own.
Your life is mine.
Did you hear? Never mind. Welcome. This should be most illuminating. Ah, my new collaborator. Good to see you again. By Mora's eyes, these frayed fates are becoming increasingly annoying. I look forward to putting them to bed, as it were. Do you have the items we need to summon our Daedric consultant? Peerless work! Let's see. Here's the Ichor. Unpleasant to gather, but I've done worse in my day. Now then, I'll light the fonts and begin the incantation. As we go, I'll need you to offer up the Tome Dust, Talon, and Ichor, in that order. Just so. With any luck, this Tem can tell us where the whims of fate have led Martina. If this doesn't work, well, I'm sure I'll think of something. But let's hope it works, eh? Onward! We light the flames to summon Tem, the omen of destiny. Come before us!
Tem is summoned. Ask your questions, make your offerings.
We offer the dust of an ancient spell. I seek the location of my former colleague, Martina Abor.
Have seen you, Azander Alcibiades. You search for one who does not wish to be found.
Recalcitrant, are we? We offer the talon of a seeker. I need Martina to correct an error. Where are they?
You tamper with fate, mortal. Tem sees a darkness approaching, one you have unmoored.
Daedra, I have called, and you must answer. With Ichor as payment, I command you. Where can I find Martina Abor?
I shall answer, but not to you, Arcanist. Tem will speak with the one who made the offerings.
The audacity of that creature!
Tem sees you, chosen proxy of the Great Eye. Adventures, triumphs that have happened, or may happen, or may never happen. Speak, and Tem will tell you what you wish to know. The choices of Azander Alcibiades hang heavy about him, reeking from stains on his hands and his soul. Also, he speaks with a distinct lack of respect for Tem, the omen of destiny. Martina Abor, Arcanist of the Abyssal Sea and Illuminatus of the Threads of Fate, retreated to their sanctum 920 days ago. Seek them within the subrealm known as the Underweave, at a place called the Heart. But beware, mortal. The Arcanist you travel with sought to view the paths unwalked, but failed to see where those paths led. In his hubris, he has allowed a thing that should not be to be. Tem has spoken. Questions asked and answered. Farewell, mortals.
All things being equal, that went rather well. It seems we're off to the Underweave. How exciting! The Underweave is a powerful nexus of fated potential in Chroma Incognito. Terribly powerful and terribly dangerous. Sounds just like Martina to set up a lab there. Onward and upward! Am I? No, not particularly. Daedra are strange beasts, you know. Their concept of mortality, time, and danger are very different from our own. Clearly, there have been some unintended consequences, but nothing the two of us can't handle. We were excellent collaborators. Together we gathered power from across the Daedric realms. But in the end, she had very different goals than I do. If nothing else, damn it, I want to have some fun. Ta! Yes, of that I have no doubt. Martina is a consummate professional. Just don't get her started on the transliminal properties of exogenic materials or the writings of Deno Gorath, the Dread Archivist. And we'll be there all day. You must understand, I have been studying arcane ephemera for decades now. The Underweave is just so obvious, and I try very hard not to be boring. Plus, it's extremely dangerous in there. Fate shifts like the tides of the abyssal sea. A thing can be both dangerous and boring. The universe contains multitudes. I truly believed I would be able to master fate itself without entering its walls. Vexing to have been proven wrong. Given the focus of our research, it makes perfect sense. Fate itself pulses through the corridors of the Underweave, and it's tradition for powerful arcanists to establish a sanctum. I have one myself, you know. Quite proud of it.
No, no, no! The Master of Secrets will certainly flame me for this.
Not to belabor the obvious, but we'll need to be careful here. We should make haste to the heart of the Underweave and find Martina's sanctum. Onward and upward! The Fate Weaver key is palpitating, pulling me. Off to the east? Fascinating. Something in Martina's sanctum must be synergizing with the relic. Let's find that laboratory.
darkest secrets are on the highest.
This must be it. Knock, knock, Martina. All right, let's get my fates unfrayed. Damn it, Martina. Dead. I had hoped. Why must the most brilliant among us fall to curiosity's blade? Take a look around, if you don't mind. I need a moment. No idea what that concoction is. Curious. Martina was a zealous note-taker. That may be helpful to our inquiry. Perhaps you, might find something on her remains. Come. Let's talk. I wish I could say this was the first time I found an old friend dead, but I cannot. From the spell lattice surrounding them, I believe Martina's research may have followed a similar path to my own. Let's take a look at that journal. Martina says here she could somehow scry for the fates frayed from her timeline. Fascinating. She experimented with several different methods, including using her own blood. It's messy, dangerous, but perhaps effective. Yes, I believe so. I have some thoughts that need to germinate, and I'd like to dispel this ward. Take care of Martina. Let's retire to my rooms at Cypher's Midden, near the Way Shrine. I'll see you there, my canny colleague. I'll see you back at Cypher's Midden, my perspicacious collaborator. Just need to see to Martina, here. Research, of course. Always research. Just like in the old days. Martina and I were excellent collaborators. I was the gab, the talker, the trader. Well, Martina was the silent strength, astute observations after lengthy contemplation. I'm an arse. It seems wrong to coat the truth in moon sugar standing over Martina's final work. I can be challenging to know and worse to work with. Martina put up with me for the better part of 5 years, longer than anyone else. I'm not quite sure. I think perhaps she was trying to manipulate fate itself, but I'd have to examine Martina's notes to fully understand what happened here. Martina was as nimble-witted as anyone I've ever met, and stubborn as the abyssal sea. Now, if she thought they could twist fate itself, nothing would slow them down. Changing the fate lines is something not even Hermaeus Mora himself can do. I hope I can honor Martina's memory somehow. I'll see you back at Cypher's Midden.
Wolfsbane and bitter tea should be in this pile. Are you going to help me or just watch your time drift away like usual?
Welcome. I've just been preparing. Pardon the simplicity of my setup here. Martina's research lives on. I believe with further development I can adapt her methods and modify the Fate Weaver key itself. But let's crawl before we walk. First, we confirm if scrying for frayed fates is even possible. It's time to put my failure behind me. So far, the fates have come to me. With Martina's research, we can scry for one, find it, and shut it down. What do you think of that? This is why you make a good collaborator. Your focus. I place in your hands the Fate Weaver key. Still flawed, unfortunately, but newly modified thanks to Martina's notes. Follow along with me, and we'll seek out a frayed fate. Observe this thaumaturgical quadrant. Gripping the key, activate each of the beacons. A shipwreck? Wait, that must be Fathom's Drift. Superlative! The drift is in the far north of the region. I'll meet you there. That was rough, unrefined. I can do better. But we've got our first success, and a location. Fathom's Drift. We shall stitch together the unraveled threads of my fate. Mistakes made in forging the Fate Weaver key will recede into the past. Together we will reap the rewards of knowledge, insight, and scholarship, just as Martina would have wanted. It's a sinkhole in reality, a graveyard for ships from across the realms. Hermaeus Mora is the Tide King after all. In his role as Master of the Seas and one whose tentacles rise from the deep, he claims sunken vessels to add to his trove. Truly, I have no Orbiso idea why a path unwalked would lead me there. But Martina was shrewd, clever, and other complimentary words. We can trust their work. away, you pestering phantom. You're here. Blast these frayed fates. Let's get in there and turn theory into practice, eh? Smooth these things back into the universe. First, we enter the drift and find the darn thing. The Fate Weaver key in your able hands will lead us where we need to go. Now, properly attuned, it should allow you to tug on the threads that bind my fate to me. We use the Fate Weaver key itself to bind this frayed fate back into the fabric of the universe. I'm not... well, to be totally honest, I'm not exactly sure what that will look like. But we're armed with the dead friend's knowledge. We'll see it done. Into the drift! Huzzah! The Fate Weaver key will be our guide. It should make visible the threads that bind me to the nearby frayed fate. There. A thread. Untie it, and we'll follow the thread to the next. And the next! Ha! Martina's work. My research. It's working! Smashing! Onward and upward, as always! Ha! That thread was woven past that door! Up the ramp! I think I see something! Look there! This distortion is a frayed fate. Let's pull this situation into focus.
Off the deck, Ascender. Stop lollygagging, Ascender. I'm tired of all this.
What? A sailor? How odd. I haven't wanted to be a sailor since I was a child. Bilge rats and stale bread. I'll never make it to first mate.
Such potential. Stronger now.
Twitching tentacles, what is that?
I grow stronger.
Use the key. These rune forms should banish that thing.
We will not be undone.
It worked! Oh, I wasn't sure it would. What we just witnessed. Distressing, horrid, disconcerting. Apologies, cohort. I'm free associating to deal with my emotions. Of course, yeah, just processing. Tem, it seems, was telling the truth. Afraid fate has grown in strength somehow. Become adversarial. Allow me to take back the Fate Weaver key. I'll need to consider this new information. The introduction of this adversary into the experiment was unforeseen. Let's reconvene in my room at Cypher's Midden.
There you are! Come, let's talk. I'm ecstatic. Ebullient, even.
Incredible. Somehow, my experiment seems to have created a new, previously unseen mystic phenomenon. One frayed fate consumed the other by means and for reasons unknown. I'd be even happier if it didn't want me dead. Ha! Yes. I mean, would I prefer this adversary enjoy a strenuous argument over a pot of tea? Without a doubt. But you have to understand, I believe the Fate Weaver experiment was an abject failure. Indubitably. And mark me well, this discovery would not have been possible without your insights and abettance. We make a superlative research duo, you and I. I haven't had a competent cohort in some time. I must. My fate is still frayed after all. It must be restored and this dark being dealt with. But now, a question for you. Would you be willing, if you have the time and inclination, to continue our collaboration? Together, my new cohort, we began the work of understanding the nature of fate. We put an old friend to rest. And someday soon, we'll repair the key. But for now, accept my promised coin with enthusiastic thanks. Onward and upward! Together, cohort, we will accomplish stupendous things, remarkable things, for research! Speak. I'm listening.
I'm sick of this island, Colleen. I should be in Betnik, visiting my people.